I'm sure you might have heard about Tansen, but have you ever wondered what exactly did he sing in the courts of Emperor Akbar? Well, to know the answer, keep watching this episode of the Basic Theory of Indian Music with me, Anuja Kamath. Indian classical music has a very ancient tradition to it, and there have been many forms of singing and playing the instruments which have been a part of this tradition. But with time, unfortunately, many of these forms have become extinct. The oldest known form which is sung and is played today is none other than Drupad. In this episode, I will be talking about the form of Drupad, and for that, let us first know about the history of Drupad. The exact time of origin of Drupad is unclear. However, it is believed that Drupad started gaining ground in the 14th century CE. Before the forms of Drupad, the form of Prabandh was in vogue. We do not know how exactly the Prabandh were performed, as we do not have audio records of those times. But a lot is known about the Prabandh through written records. Sharangdev, in the 4th chapter Prabandhadhyay of his book Sangeet Ratnakar, has mentioned 260 types of Prabandh with their variations. One of the many Prabandh was Salagasud Prabandh, from which the Drupad is said to have emerged. In the 15th century CE, Raja Man Singh Tomar promoted the development of Drupad, and this is when Drupad started gaining popularity. Credit is also given to Swami Haridas, who created Vishnupadas or Drupads dedicated to Lord Krishna. The disciple of Swami Haridas was none other than Tansen. Tansen got Drupad to the Mughal courts and is credited to have started the Gohar tradition of Drupad. 3 other styles or banis of performing Drupad emerged. Raja Samokhan Singh started the Kandahar Bani, Rajput Sri Chand started the Nohar Bani, and Brij Chand created the Dagur Bani. Today, gharanas of Drupad have emerged which are influenced by one or more banis. For example, the Darbhanga Gharana is influenced by Gohar and Kandahar Bani. The Talwandi Gharana of Pakistan has major influence of Kandahar Bani. The Betia Gharana of Bihar has emerged from Kandahar and Nohar Bani, while the most popular Gharana of Drupad, that is Dagar Gharana, is influenced by Dagur Bani. Now that we've known the history of Drupad, let us move on to understand what exactly Drupad consists of, or the characteristics of Drupad. Drupad is a form of presenting a rag. So it is a way of expressing the rag. The Drupad which was presented during the Mughal times is not very similar to the Drupad presented today. That is because with time, every form evolves. So what is it that you will witness, or what is it that you should expect out of a Drupad concert when you attend it today? The first characteristic which I think is important when it comes to Drupad is the kind of Alap that they take. The Alap of Drupad is very long and it goes on to about 1 hour. The Alap is taken with the syllables Nom Tom, and it has 3 sections to it. The Alapi has 3 sections to it. The first section is when the Alap is presented without any kind of rhythm structure to it, or without any kind of meter to it. So it's a very free, unbound kind of Alap. Then comes the second section, which in instrumental terms is called as the jhor. In this second section, the tempo increases a little and meter or rhythm comes in. And then you have the third and the last phase of the alap, which is called as the jhala. You have upbeat rhythm in which the performer performs the alap. Then in the second part of the presentation of Drupad, that is after the whole long alapi, there comes in the bandish. The starting of the bandish is the point when the tal also starts. So you have the tal going on and the performer has to coordinate with the rhythmist. When it comes to Drupad, the bandish has 4 parts to it: sthai or asthai, antara, sanchari and abhog. The third characteristic of Drupad is very striking. Drupad is a form which focuses on bass. So the voice of the performer should have a lot of bass to it. At the same time, the sound of the instrument that is being played should also have a lot of bass to it. That is why you see that Drupad is mostly performed on the Rudra Veena. So this Rudra Veena has a very rich voice, a sound which has a lot of bass, and that's why it's a very, very good option to play Drupad. Also, you will observe that pakhavaj is the rhythmic instrument used. Rather than tabla, a pakhavaj is used to play Drupad. Tabla came in later historically, and pakhavaj is an old instrument. At the same time, it has a lot of richness in its sound, which is very appropriate for Drupad. The fourth characteristic of Drupad is the one which provides the essence to Drupad, that is the use of extensive laikari.
Mahabali Shiva, Mahabali, Mahabali, Mahabali Shiva, Mahabali Shiva, Mahabali Shiva, Mahabali Shiva, Mahabali Shiva.
A performer of Drupad has to be extremely firm with his rhythmic sense, and he has to use all these speeds to bring in more novelty in his singing. So this was it for today's episode. I hope this episode was informative enough for you. If you like this initiative of mine, do watch the other videos in this series. Do like this video, give it a thumbs up. Comment in the comment section below, share it with your music lover friends and spread the musical love. Okay then guys, see you in my coming episodes. Till then, peace be with you.